Welcome to Pawpaw TV. Today we present an original program, One-on-One with Jerry McLaughlin. He discusses his life's work with Richard Lund. Today's program is brought to you by Gogees.com. Gogees.com. Your eyes will love you. This material is for educational purposes only. If you are sick, see a doctor. Maybe you can find one that speaks herbal medicine. And now, One-on-One with Jerry McLaughlin.
Personally, you had some experience with cancer. What was that about?
Well, I guess about 1988, my father had colon cancer and was operated on successfully. And at this point, he's 89 years old and still doing well.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother had breast cancer in about 1990. And about 1989, my sister was diagnosed with breast cancer. And previous to that, she'd had brain cancer, which was very serious. And both my mother and father have had good success.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're I think they're cancer-free at this point. But my sister didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
It took 5 years and 10 months to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
And since I was lecturing continually at Purdue on cancer, I tried to encourage her to take the latest of the anti-cancer medicines that Big Pharma has to offer. And she very diligently followed through and lost her hair twice, and went through the thrombocytopenia and all the infections that you get, and the anemia, the tiredness, and all this stuff, and ended up with Taxol, which was extremely toxic. It's neurotoxic and it's cardiotoxic, and struggled, and finally broke her arm and it would never heal, and finally she died. And so I think at that point, that was in 1995 in June, I suddenly realized that no one else is going to do anything. I have to do things myself. And here I've been given this wonderful education through the National Institutes of Health and their predoctoral program, paying for my fellowship and all this stuff, and given all this millions of dollars to do this research. It fell on my shoulders to make sure that something happened with it. And I used to tell my students then that if you're blessed with finding a new compound from nature, it's almost like you've adopted a kid, okay? And it's up to you to make that kid be all it can be. You got to put it through college, okay? And so you have to take your discovery as far as you can take it. And that's what I decided to do. And when I would hit a roadblock, I would figure a way around. And my dad is a fur buyer, and he always would say there's more than one way to skin a cat. And so there is. And little things like learning as a little kid about the little engine that could, I think I can. Just keep at it.
That's good advice.
Right.